Let's go on with our e-tutorial. In the previous videos, we dealt with application of materials, light system, and application of decals. In this last video, to make our object more attractive, we'll introduce a setting. The simplest way to create a setting is placing a support surface under the object, making it big enough to cover the whole background of the visible image. So let's unhide the plane that we have already taken steps to create on which our object will be represented. From the context menu, we select Edit Properties, then in the General category, we can see that this plane has the material set to structural steel as predefined, and tessellation hasn't recovered the default values, so we set them. First of all, we set Custom, change the value of surface tolerance to 0.05 and the one of boundary tolerance to 0.05 as well, apply changes, and confirm. Let's now rotate the whole set of object and plane. We can improve it by choosing a more natural material for the surface. First, we zoom in on the glasses. Then, we run the preview from the rendering toolbar. Being a smooth and reflective surface, we can see both the shadows and the reflection, and the result already seems rather good. Now let's place our object. We open the rendering library, definitely close the panel of the predefined views, and widen the pane. From Materials, we select Predefined and Rendering Library, select the materials, and choose now a natural material under Nature, for instance wood, and among the types of wood, we look for a polished one. We can choose, for example, a pine veneer, apply it to the surface, and close the library at the end of the operation. To see the changes, we run the preview. We can make further improvements to the object, such as adjusting the direction of the wood grain. From pine veneer, we select Edit and enter an angle of 90 degrees to get the rotation of the grain. Now we can improve the reflectance mirror, increasing by 1 step the specular factor. We can already preview the effect. When the effect is satisfying, we confirm. At this step, we are ready for the final snapshot. From the context menu, Option Properties, System Options, Rendering, we choose the File option from the output area where we could control the sizes, width and height. We choose a JPEG format for the output file, give it a name, Glasses, then we save. This way, the next rendering will be created in an image and not in the ThinkDesign preview. To get a more realistic effect, from View Properties in the context menu, we set the perspective projection. As we can see, the default focal length is 17 mm, and we keep it. This time as well, we confirm by OK. We zoom in on our glasses and orientate the image in order to get the desired effect. Once we are satisfied, we can run the preview, and finally save the result we have got. Before taking our final snapshot, we want to make a test at this step to see if the result of our image is satisfying. So, from Tools, Options, Properties, System Options, we select the ThinkDesign option from the output area and confirm by OK. For a quick preview, we use the preview of the rendering library, showing our object. When we get a satisfying image of the object, we are ready to take the final photograph. So, from the rendering options, we select again the output on the file that we had already defined. Now we can use a better quality but slower rendering, ray tracing, or the final gathering. For the sake of brevity, we proceeded to create a file named Photos with the images we got, so we upload it and check the results. We can view some photos, and we are going to look at them more closely using the ThinkDesign viewing tools. We zoom in on the first snapshot. We notice that the image was created with a very high quality. We can see reflections, effects, and application of decals on the surfaces of the glasses. Let's go back to the image natural size and switch to the second one. We zoom on it. It's an image completely different from the previous one, as for sport and lenses mirrored. For the next image, we have switched to a sport of a different color and a reflective frame with neutral lenses. The ThinkDesign description was obtained by applying the decal in transparent mode, so it doesn't have anymore its natural color as it appears on the contrary in the last image, where we kept it to see the different effect. Now we just have to close the Photos file and close the model that we used, ending this way our task.